Chasing Greatness, the art of Ichiro Suzuki. What does it mean to chase greatness? For some, it's about power. For others, it's about pure dominance. But what if the path to greatness wasn't a show of force, but a display of pure artistry? Welcome to Chasing Greatness, the show where we explore the unique journeys of the world's most iconic athletes. And today, our journey takes us to the baseball diamond, to study a player who chased greatness not with brute force, but with the quiet dedication of a master craftsman. This is the story of Ichiro Suzuki, the Japanese phenom. Our story begins not in America, but in Japan, with the Oryx Blue Wave of the Nippon Professional Baseball League. From the very start, Ichiro was different. His swing, a unique, almost pendulum-like motion, was considered unconventional by traditional Japanese coaches. They wanted him to change, to conform, to hit for more power. But Ichiro trusted his own way. He believed that his path to greatness was not through home runs, but through the perfection of the single. And he was right. In Japan, he was a phenomenon. He won 7 consecutive batting titles. He was a superstar of the highest order, but soon a new challenge called to him. He wanted to test his art on the biggest stage in the world, Major League Baseball. The arrival and the skepticism. In 2001, when Ichiro was posted and signed with the Seattle Mariners, the American baseball world was skeptical. The questions were everywhere. Was he too small? Was his slap-hitting style just a gimmick? Could a player who relied on precision and speed survive in a league obsessed with power and home runs? The experts predicted he would struggle. They said his style would never work against MLB pitching. They could not have been more wrong. The unforgettable rookie season. The 2001 season was not just a success for Ichiro. It was one of the greatest rookie campaigns in the history of sports. From day one, he was a sensation. He didn't just hit, he collected hits, like a master craftsman. He didn't just run, he flew around the bases. The league had never seen anything like him. He finished that season with 242 hits, winning the American League batting title. He led the league with 56 stolen bases. He led his Seattle Mariners to a historic 116 wins. And when the awards were given out, Ichiro did the unthinkable. He won both the Rookie of the Year and the American League Most Valuable Player award. The slap hitter from Japan hadn't just survived, he had taken over the league. The skepticism was silenced forever. The art of hitting. So, what made him so great? It was his philosophy. For Ichiro, hitting was a science. He once famously said that he didn't care about home runs because they are boring and often happen by accident. He cared about control. He knew that if he could get 5 singles in 5 at-bats, he was a more valuable player than someone who hit 1 home run and struck out 4 times. His pre-game routine was legendary, a meticulous, hour-long stretching session that was like a form of yoga. He treated his bats not as tools, but as sacred instruments, carrying them in a special humidified case. He studied pitchers relentlessly. He was a samurai preparing for battle, every single day for near the rituals of a master. But Ichiro's greatness didn't come from talent alone. It came from an almost spiritual dedication to routine. Every detail of his preparation became a ritual. He weighed himself every day, always maintaining a perfect 172 pounds. He arrived at the ballpark at noon for a 7 p.m. game, not to socialize, but to begin preparing the moment the previous game ended. His habits were legendary. Home plate was a stage within TM sharp. He entered the trainer's room. After batting practice, he ate exactly 7 chicken wings prepared by the Mariners chef. Early in his career, it was 9. The road, lunch was always California Pizza Kitchen. Before day games, 2 Costco corn dogs. Ichiro treated his bats like sacred artifacts. He kept them in a humidor, wiped them down after each game, and arranged them with precision. His glove rested in the same spot every day. Even his iconic sleeve touch before each at-bat became part of the rhythm. This wasn't just superstition. It was discipline, a commitment to respect his craft. As John Dryden once said, "First we make our habits, then our habits make us." For Ichiro, those habits shaped a career unlike any other. The lost art of the bunt. There was one part of Ichiro's offensive game that set him apart even further, an element almost forgotten in today's power-driven game: the bunt. Ichiro didn't just bunt to move a runner over. He turned bunting into a weapon. With his elite hand-eye coordination, he could place the ball down the third baseline, deaden it just in front of the plate, or push it past the pitcher towards second, all with the precision of a surgeon. It wasn't luck, it was design. He would square up, read the defense, and with a flick of his wrists and a few blazing steps out of the box, he'd be standing safely at first base while defenders looked stunned. His timing, his speed, and his touch made the bunt an art form, and no one did it better. In a baseball world obsessed with home runs, Ichiro reminded us that beauty could also be found in simplicity, in turning the most basic tool in the game into something masterful: the cannon, the art of fielding. But to only talk about his hitting is to only tell half the story. Ichiro was a complete player, and in right field, he was a defensive master. This was proven just weeks into his rookie season, with a moment that is now simply known as the throw. It was a game against the Oakland A's. Terrence Long hit a single to right field. As the runner, Ramon Hernandez, rounded second and headed for third, he thought he was safe. No right fielder would even try to make that throw. But this was Ichiro. He charged the ball and in one fluid motion, unleashed a laser beam from right field, a perfect strike to third base to get the out. The stadium was stunned into silence. Even his own teammates couldn't believe what they had just seen. That throw announced to the world that his arm was just as dangerous as his bat. He would go on to win 10 consecutive Gold Glove awards, proving he was one of the greatest defensive outfielders of all time. The pursuit of history. For Ichiro, the journey was always about pushing the limits of his art. In 2004, he did something monumental. He broke the all-time single-season hits record, a record that had been held by George Sisler for 84 years. Ichiro finished that season with an incredible 262 hits. Years later, another milestone came into view: 3,000 hits in Major League Baseball, the mark of true immortality. He achieved it in 2016 with the Miami Marlins. But the debate didn't stop there. When you combine his hits from Japan and the MLB, his total is 4,367, more than MLB's own hit king, Pete Rose. While it's not the official record, it is a testament to his incredible longevity and skill across 2 different continents. The farewell. As his career moved into its later stages with the New York Yankees and the Marlins, he was no longer an everyday superstar, but his professionalism never wavered. He became a mentor, a respected veteran, a fourth outfielder who prepared every single day as if he were still an MVP. It was only fitting that his incredible journey would come to an end where it all began. In 2019, the Seattle Mariners opened their season with a special series in Tokyo, Japan. And at 45 years old, Ichiro started in right field. In front of the fans who first loved him, he played his final games. After being taken out of the game for the last time, he walked off the field to a thundering, emotional ovation that lasted for minutes. The artist was taking his final bow. The legacy. Ichiro Suzuki's legacy is more than just numbers in a record book. He was a bridge between 2 baseball cultures. He proved that there is more than one way to achieve greatness. In an era defined by power, he showed the world the beauty of precision, the value of dedication, and the power of artistry. He didn't just play the game, he elevated it. He was, and always will be, a true master of his craft. In 2025, Ichiro Suzuki received the highest honor in baseball, induction into the Hall of Fame. It was the final stamp on one of the most unique and universally respected careers the sport has ever seen. His achievements speak for themselves. 2001 American League Rookie of the Year, 2001 AL, Most Valuable Player, 10 Gold Glove Awards, 10-time All-Star, 2 batting titles, 7-time MLB Hits Leader, 2007 All-Star Game MVP, 2-time World Baseball Classic champion. But Ichiro didn't just collect stats. He earned global admiration for his work ethic, precision, and passion for the game. Now, With his place in Cooperstown, his legacy is not just remembered, it's immortal. And now, another honor. On August 9th, 2025, the Seattle Mariners officially retired Ichiro Suzuki's iconic number 51. It was a moment of deep pride for Mariners fans, for Japan, and for baseball as a whole. Sharing the ceremony with fellow number 51 legend Randy Johnson, the tribute was more than just about a number. It was a celebration of excellence, discipline, and impact across generations. For two players who wore number 51 with fire and finesse, the Mariners gave them what they earned, a permanent place in franchise history. From Tokyo to Seattle, and now to Cooperstown, Ichiro's journey is forever etched in the heart of the game. Ichiro created so many unforgettable moments in his career. So now, we want to hear from you. What is your favorite Ichiro memory that proves he was truly chasing greatness? Was it the throw? The single-season hits record? Let us know in the comments below. If you were inspired by Ichiro's journey, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Chasing Greatness so you never miss our next documentary. Join us next week as we explore another incredible story of athletic genius. Until then, keep chasing your own greatness.